Good morning everybody and welcome to my online English video class. Children, today we are going to solve question answer of the poem The Banyan Tree. In the last class we had talked on the poem. I explained the poem and after then we discussed the word meaning and also summary, and today we are going to focus on the question answer based on the poem. So without waste of time, let us begin the class. Here the first question says, why does the speaker call the tree shaggy headed? What caused the tree top to become like that? Okay, what cause? He is asking the cause and why he called it a shaggy tree. So he called it a shaggy tree because its leaves and branches are shabby and canopy now and unkept. It means the leaves of the tree and branches are now dirty and poor in condition. So that is why he called it shaggy tree. And what caused the tree top become like that? It become like that because the tree's branches are like this, probably because the birds that fly in and out of the canopy. Okay, so the birds that were used to be once the birds that was used to be in the tree, now the condition is not same, that is now different, so that is why it becomes like that. Question 2, in what way does the speaker compare himself with the birds that used to live in the branches of the banyan tree? Okay, in what way does the speaker compares himself with the birds is the question. Okay, the speaker compares his plight to that of the bird that used to live in the banyan tree. Okay, writer compares his plight. Okay, his poor condition. Why? Because why writer is used here plight? Because in his childhood he daily used to visit the tree and observes the nature well. Now the condition is not like that. Okay, now condition is what he has grown up and he cannot spend as much as time as he was spending earlier. Clear? So that is why the speaker compares his plight to that of the birds that used to live in the banyan tree. Okay, he wonders if the tree has forgotten him just as it forgot the birds who grew up in the branches of the banyan tree and then flew away. Why? Because the voice condition, the speaker's condition, and the bird's conditions are somewhere similar. As the tree forgets the boy who has spending much and more time towards the tree, and it forgot the boy, the speaker. In the same way, the birds who grew up in the branches of the tree, it means the birds who also given more and more time towards the tree, living near the tree. But the banyan tree has also forgot the birds. So here the condition is same. The banyan tree has forgotten both of them, birds as well as the boy. Question. Stanza 3 and 5 tell us what happens near the banyan tree and how it appears to an observer. Describe in your words what takes place, the scene created, and the effect produced. So, children, here if you will read the poem, you will get in stanza 3 and stanza 3, 4, and 5. Okay, here in stanza 3, 4, and 5, there is a description what the writer observed and told us in the poem. So we found that he told in this paragraph, in these stanzas, that women used to fill their pots from the pond near the tree. As he told that the line of the the third stanza line says, the women would come to fill their jars in the pond, and your huge bleak shadow would wriggle on the water, like sleep struggling to wake up. So here the writer is talking about the woman, okay, who just used to fill their pots in the pond near the tree. And then after, in the next paragraph, he's talking about the waves. Okay, writer is talking about the waves, the birds who lived on its branches, and also the writer is talking about the children who used to play in its shadow, in the tree's shadow. And also in the last paragraph, in the last stanza, he is talking about the ducks who enjoyed and floated in the pond water. So there are these description who the writer tells us in the poem that what happened in these stanzas. Clear? uh, and again the question says what okay the scene created and what effect produced. So let us talk on effect. So here we can see that the scene takes place near the banyan tree, which produced a very deep effect in speaker's heart. How he again and again wants to become the child, and also here there is a comma. Okay, here is a comma. So the writer wants to become a child, wind, birds, and duck. Why? Because he feel the beauty of the nature. That is why the writer, the tree has produced a great effect on his mind, on his heart, so that he again and again wants to be a child, wind, bird, duck. Why? To feel the beauty of the nature and to be around it. Question 4. What would the child sit and think about? Why does he think about these things? So the child used to sit and think about the way in which he could form a deeper bond with the tree. Okay, what he was thinking? He was thinking to have a deeper bond with the tree. Okay, so he was thinking that how he can form, how he can create, how he can make a deeper bond with the tree, so that he thought how wonderful it would be the wind that blew through the tree's branch. Okay, that is why he was thinking that he would be a wind that blew through the tree's branches, to be the tree's shadow, so that he would always be near it. Okay, so he just wanted to be the things that is always near with the tree. And also he wants to be a bird that sat on the treetop, looking down on the world below. And also he wants to be the ducks that would lazily float by, sheltered by the shade of the tree. So in this way, children, we found that he was thinking the creative thoughts, the form of creating a bond with the tree, and in the bonding, he just wished that he want to be birds, which always blew near the tree, and again he wants to be birds who sat on the treetop and looking down on the tree, and then after he also wants to be ducks who would lazily float by and sheltered by the shade of the tree. Okay, so this answer is clear, I hope. Question number 5 says that how does the child's interaction with the tree in the stanza 2 differ from the way he wished to interact with the tree in stanza 6? Okay, so here question is asking what is the interaction of the child in the interaction with the tree, that is the interaction between the tree and the child, of course, that we got in the poem. So how it is different in stanzas 2 and in stanza 6, that we have to give the answer. So children, see, in stanza 5, in stanza 2, the boy is sitting by his window and watching the tree, and thus his interaction with the tree is limited to observing it closely. Okay, stanza 2, we can see that is written in your book. I will read once. Stanza 2 says that, do you not remember how he sat at the window? He sat at the window. Writer is addressing himself that, oh tree, do you not remember how the boy who used to sit on the window and wondered that wondered at the tangle of your roots and plunged underground. Means who was observing you, keenly observed the writer has, but it was a distance from the window he's talking about. Okay, and then the observation was limited. Okay, however, the in stanza 6 we see that he no longer wants to be a bystander. He don't want to just don't want to be a bystander. Means he just don't want to look like that, observing from the distance. Actually here he wants to build a deeper bond. Okay, he just want to go deeper to the tree, with the tree, by becoming a part of it in different way. As again I explained in the last question that he want to be birds. Okay, and also ducks, and one more thing, what was that? The wind. So that is why he just want to be the part of this, so that it cannot be a bystander, but he can become a deep bond with the tree. Clear? Number 6 question. We get idea that the speaker of the poem is the child that is being talked about. What can this say? We can say this because the memory that he recalls are deeply personal, and very richly detailed. Yes, this is the answer of question number 6. Now, appreciating question. Children, appreciating question. Many students in my videos they ask me that, ma'am, they have to write appreciating question in their copy or not. Yes, you can write in their copy, and there is less chance to come in examination, as they also ask me that, ma'am, this question will come in their exam or not. So there is less chance, but I suggest you to read the questions well, and then after you try to write this appreciation question in your own words. These questions are there to write the answers of the students' words. Okay, so try to solve with yourself. Just check the explanation again and again by the teacher, and then you can have your own answer. Try to form an imagination as the boy, as the writer formed in the poem. Clear? So see the first question. The poet has used certain words and phrase to describe the tree, which tells us about speaker's relationship with the tree, as well as his feeling towards it at different time. Which line or phrase reveal that the speaker feels a sense of familiarity with the tree and wonders if it feels the same? B. Is fascinated by the tree, which he compares to a giant creature. C. Like to spend a time lost in thoughts about the tree. So the first says these lines, all the lines are given in your book of the answers of the first question. You can read and then get by yourself. I will read the second question. It says, okay, now I will explain these three because maybe this will be somewhere tough to the student. Third says, like to spend a time lost in thoughts about the tree. So where the writer wants to say this thing. So when you get this time, okay, and the child would sit still and think. Okay, this is the 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5. Yeah, that is the 5 stanza, line number 2. You can say line number 2 or line number last, so that is related to that stanza. So here the writer spend his time to lose his thought about the tree. Clear? Okay, question 2 of appreciating says, think of the word picture created in the line sunlight danced. What is the sunlight compared to? How it is described? What does it do? So the sunlight is compared to the shuttles of weaver's loom that waves glittering golden, that rays of golden light are falling to the ripples of the pond. giving appearance of dancing. Children, I will explain you again. Stanza 3, where a very good question. Here you can get the explanation of stanza 3. It says that the women would come to fill their jars in the pond, and your huge black shadow would wriggle on the water. Your huge black shadow would wriggle on the water. Okay, this line has somewhere a long explanation. I will explain you. Children, before explaining this line, this question, I just want to ask a question that if you might have been seen in village side that if there is a pond, women would come and they just fill their jars in the pond. As soon as they are starting to filling their jars, the pond, sorry, the pond is very quiet, still and quiet. If they will just put their jars into the surface of the water of the pond, and then after deeper, then again there is a you can say there's a design started making taking a place in the pond, that the waves becomes a circle, and circle and circle, and then it becomes a design. Okay, and then as soon as the design started forming on all the circles, the rays of the sun, okay, the sun rays comes, and then it looks like the circles are dancing. Okay, it gives the appearance gives the ripples of the pond, that is the golden line, golden light. So that is why the sunlight is compared to the shuttle of weavers. Okay, weavers loom. Children, weavers loom is what? I explained you that also, that how the weavers loom is doing any work. Okay, weavers doing any works of any golden thread or any work. So the sun is compared to the weavers, and how the sun is giving its design, and the weavers is giving the design of any work in any clothes or anything, golden light. At the same way, when they put their jars into the pond, the water gives a design. Okay, that looks, the appearance looks very nice, and the writer feels happy. Clear? Okay. Okay, question number two, I'll read from the book. Okay, here also given, I'll read from yeah. It says that, what does this line have on you? Describe what you see and how it makes you feel. Okay, children, so this question is up to you. If you will see that structure, that imagination that I explained you, it also given in your book in the same page. The structure is given on your book. You can see on page number 62 how the woman is filling the jar, and there's a design made already made in this picture. So what effect that will be do on you, that you can write your answer in your rough copy or fair copy, and you can share with your parents the answer. And don't think that that types of answer will come in the exam. Students are generally asked, ma'am, if teacher gives any homework to them, they're asking that, ma'am, this question will come in the exam. So don't think like that. You try to have your mind clear, that how all the questions are clear or not. As much as you are going to solve your questions, you get the chapter more, you get the poem more. Clear? Question number 3. In the last stanza, the poet uses the phrase longed to be. What does this phrase tell about you? How much the speaker enjoys spending time in nature? Would this stanza have had the same effect if the poet had used the words wired and wished? That is wired. Let me check in the book. Yeah, wanted and wished. That is not wired, children. That is wanted. You can check in the book the spelling instead. Okay. So the phrase longed to be. Okay, long to be tells what? It tells that the speaker earns, means desire. This is desire. What desire? To spend time with the nature, as he thoroughly enjoys doing this. Okay. He find joy and fulfillment. Okay, so what he find? He just finds joy and fulfillment in nature. No, the stanza would not have been the same had the poet used to use the word wanted or to wish instead. They do not give us an idea of just how much the speaker loves the tree. Earn for it. The word earns effective convey deep thoughts. Okay, this earns means a deep desire. Okay, so I hope this chapter, this poem is explained well. Here we had discussed all the questions. Uh, in the live class, in the Zoom live class, I will clear your doubt related to this poem. So in the next class of your timetable, write your doubts and you can ask your question. Till that time, children, I want to wish you and thank you so much and have a nice day. Okay, one more thing, you have to write all your question answer in your fair copy. Okay, thank you so much.